Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope from Sunday, the 17th of July to Saturday, the 23rd of July, 2022. And this is especially for you coming from Pisces. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you would like to have a 90-minute session with me to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and reading your palms. Your palms are an entity of the soul. It's a soul who changes the lines and changes the signs. They don't happen by themselves. And I'll show you how to reach the soul so that your third eye can wake up and so that you can have the specialness about life. Usually people get the wake up only in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, but there's a way to teach you to wake it up. And I'll show you many other ways. We'll talk more about that later. Weekly horoscope for Pisces, Sunday, the 17th of July. This is a frustrating, gloomy morning and afternoon. Things are going very slow. Plans are being cancelled. Nothing seems to be agreeable. Past problems keep haunting you, and everything you expect doesn't just work. So you have to plan this morning and afternoon well. Double check, and don't take any situation for granted because the changeability is a negative kind of changeability. And you yourself, you can become very depressed and show a side of you which is more the sad than happy. So you want to also be with people who don't prolong this sadness. Evening and nightfall becomes very dominating and stubborn these planets make you. So what happens in the evening nightfall, you're very defensive for whatever is being said. And that's unnecessary because you're allowing these stubborn planets to bring the inferiority complexes out of you. And so you're defensive when something is not even meant that way. Even if somebody looks to you in a strange way, you feel defensive and you say things to protect yourself. Why don't you just take it easy in the evening nightfall and try to be as friendly as much and try not to be too expectant for anything? And that's the way you will be happier during the whole evening and nightfall. Don't be expectant for anything. Monday, the 18th of July. This is quite a good morning and afternoon. Some planets are very aggressive and they make your behavior come very aggressively, a very sharp tongue, or your actions which may be found to be very abrupt. So why don't you take the soft approach for the morning afternoon? Use words which are soft, tone of voice which is soft, body language which is soft. You will quieten these planets down. Some of them are called the planets of determination, and you may be over determined by these planets to go get what you want. Never mind the consequences. Well, don't go that way. Take the soft approach, you'll come out looking much better and still get what you want. Evening and nightfall, you become very impulsive. These are a group of very negative planets. They make you land trouble at your lap by being impulsive, saying impulsive, thinking impulsive. You don't research anything. You just go and say what you want and do what you want. And it's going to come out all very, very wrong. So rather than be that impetuous and person to be in a big hurry to get what you want, slow down. Control the impulsiveness by doing some research to see whether it's time for you to go get what you want. And that way you won't land yourself unexpectedly embarrassed and difficult and disappointed. Tuesday, the 19th of July. This is a much better morning and afternoon. Your aura seems to be shining, which means your popularity is good. So at your place of work, speak to your bosses, negotiate for a better deal, more money, more status, a better chance to do things that you want. And if you're in business, you'll have that kind of aura to go chase for business, to contact people who can give you contracts. Well, you're going to be able to do all that. Except there's one planet there, very hasty and very impatient, it makes you wanting things to be shortcut and get results very quickly. Don't do that part of it. You'll spoil everything in the morning, afternoon. So take your time, be patient. Evening and nightfall is full of these impatient planets and they move very quickly. They can produce accidents, accidents of speech, saying things and committing to things without even thinking and then regretting. And then your actions can be also too fast for your own good, even purchasing things and then wishing you hadn't. So for the whole day, count to five silently before you say or do anything. You got to slow down these planets that way. You program yourself to count to five, especially in the evening nightfall, before you say or do anything or commit to anything or agree to anything, because it's full of trouble this evening and nightfall. Whatever you agree to, you are going to regret a great, great deal. So choose company very carefully, drive very carefully. All sorts of accidents can happen. Wednesday, the 20th of July, that's a very calm and happy morning and afternoon. But if you're at work or if you're in business, you don't want calmness and you don't want too much happiness. You want concentration. That's the problem. That planet is missing because your mind is roaming about who you're going to have lunch with, who you're going to have dinner with. All that's in your mind, the romantic side and the side of being sociable. Well, snap out of it, tell yourself one word: logic, logic, logic. So you need to have logic on this morning, afternoon, not emotions. Make your any kind of decision you make using logic, and you'll be on the right side of things. So control the passion and control all that situations which make you happy only because you are passionate for it. It doesn't buy you anything. So at place of work, logic; in business, logic. Yes, you can meet people and you can be very happy if you don't have to work. If you are on holiday, then go all out and show happiness because your responsibilities won't tie you down. Evening and nightfall becomes even better. Now you can score some great points meeting people. So it's up to you who you want to meet. If you want to be ambitious for job and business, well, meet these people. If you want to socialize for the sake of romance, or if you want to make your family and marriage happy, well, go ahead and do that. It's all waiting to support whatever you want. Thursday, the 21st of July. You have to be very cautious morning and afternoon. The planets of domination are there. Their duty is to dominate and therefore appear you to dominate. That's how it works. The influence from the planets onto you. And you will be seen as a very stubborn person, a person who doesn't compromise in any way. So that won't be good. Won't be good where you work or in business or at home or wherever you are. So repeat to yourself that you need to negotiate and you need to be flexible. And that will save the morning and afternoon for you. Learn to give way and learn to compromise, whether at work, in business, whether out socializing, whether at home. Evening and nightfall is fantastic. The supernatural planets are there. I call them supernatural because they belong to a supernatural planet called Neptune. And so these planets make you very special in one way or another. So if you are out for business, you will be able to show people your business techniques. If you are out socializing, then you'll be very happy. People's aura will look at your aura and they will see your aura is shining. And so they will be very happy to partake whatever you are doing. Go out with an identity, go out with what you want, and you'll be very successful and get it very easily. The planets of travel are there. So you might want to talk about travel, or you might even be traveling on this Thursday, the 21st of July. Friday, the 22nd of July. This is not a good day. It starts with very fast and furious planets, and they make you impulsive, impatient, and hasty. More impulsive than anything else, saying things without thinking and no research. So your plans go haywire because the lack of research. So slow down if you are at work or in business because you'll be going at a momentum with no backup at all and you'll be caught and you'll be very much in trouble. So slow down, talk about research. The word research is what you want on this morning and afternoon of Friday, the 22nd of July. That will save the morning afternoon because you'll have the facts and figures behind you, not just impulsive energy. You're sure you can implement anything, but it won't work. Your inventive ideas will either be too ahead of their time, and you'll just fail promoting whatever you want. So you'll make a mess of it at work or in business. So impulsiveness, control it and slow down activity. Evening and nightfall, the planets start to go very slow, and they are also negative. So this time you're going to be frustrated and nothing happens. Plans are cancelled, plans are postponed, your date may not show up. Such depression can eventful be seen. And your past problems may even catch up with you. You may meet people who suddenly are going to be confronted by you. And so the problems can also be there. With this kind of evening and nightfall, sometimes it's worth not going out. And if you don't go out, then you won't be confronted by these planets and stay home will be happy. So remember, it's a gloomy morning, a gloomy evening and nightfall with no support for you. Whatever favors you get, try not to grab them too quickly, whatever you're offered. Saturday, the 23rd of July, this is a really bad morning afternoon. These planets can be very harmful. They can produce accidents for you, physical accidents, financial accidents, and verbal accidents. So guard what you say, guard what you do. And these accidents may provide a trouble for you because you may find somebody very attractive. And that attractiveness can be in a way which you shouldn't get for yourself. So bad planets give you all these kinds of possibilities which you don't want. So my advice for Saturday, 23rd July morning and afternoon is to not finalize anything. Don't agree to anything. Don't sign on the dotted line. Don't sign any contracts or agree to anything because whatever you do is going to turn troublesome for you at a matter of time. So what can you do? Well, listen more than you talk and absorb information. And don't try to be too clever and be far ahead of yourself by being wanting to quickly implement things. Accidents are rarely seen in the morning, afternoon. Physical accidents, verbal accidents, financial accidents. Evening and nightfall improves by a bit. Not enough to get things done, but not so bad as the morning, afternoon. Trouble is morning, afternoon planets will also be there in the evening nightfall. And that brings another problem. This evening nightfall then turn into anger planets because negative to negative planets. And so your tongue can become very sharp and say things which might just spoil all the friendships you have. And those you need support from you, they will just not be with you. So it's a evening and nightfall where you have to take the soft approach as much as you can. Don't take insults and retaliate too fast. Walk away quietly would be better. On their own, these planets can also be planets of determination. And they may make you over determined. And if you can't get something, you will show your anger. So you can either not go out or go out not expecting too much. And that will save the evening nightfall. This 90-minute session I have for you, I'll show you your lucky colors and lucky gemstones and lucky days and lucky directions. And if you play lotteries, I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. Only you can do it for yourself. I'll show you how the system works. The soul is involved and all your energies are involved. And if you do that, then I will show you how to do that. And if you want to play any kind of situation game, you'll become very lucky because you need the energy of the soul for that. Everybody has a soul, and every soul is a good soul. But most people's soul only gets into energy wise in their 50s and 60s and 70s. That's when the wisdom comes naturally. So if you're not that age yet, why wait for that age? See me at any age, and I will show you in 1, 2, or 3 weeks how to accumulate these energies of your soul. And immediately your third eye will open. Immediately your aura will shine once that happens. And that's how you become a special person even at a much younger age. So here's my email. Send me this email. And let's get down to having this session. It will only cost you USD $50. That's all. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.